Good afternoon, everybody. Stiùiriche Seachdain. I hope you're all well. Farpaisean-ceist, welcome back to our Seachdain Gaelic School workshops. Smisha Joy, my name is Joy, and I'm really thrilled to be here with you all again. I'll be here all week for half an hour of fun. If you were with us yesterday, Farpaisean-ceist, welcome back. But if you're new, do not worry. You do not need to have been here yesterday to take part. Actually, don't need anything to take part. All you need to do is make sure that you can hear me and that you can see me. So get rid of your pens, get rid of your pencils, anything that's on the desk. And we also need to make sure that you can get involved with today's session using our chat. And like yesterday, teachers, this is your job, making sure that you can find the chat, gather answers from your class when we need them. And do you know what? Maybe we should actually do a wee bit of a practice on that right now. Find the chat. Type in your school, where you are, and maybe what the weather is like. Oh no, looking out the window. It is now raining here. Agus leth-uair, it's really cold as well. If you are lucky enough to be warm and sunny, make sure you put that in. Or if you're like me, somewhere but it's wet and cold, stick that in the chat as well. And whilst you're doing that, I'm going to tell you a wee bit more about Gaelic. And even if you don't speak Gaelic, you might actually find that you know some of it without realising, and you're surrounded by it too. For example, the word loch is actually a Gaelic word. It means a small lake. So when you talk about loidhne, that's the river, the ness that goes down with it, loidhne. And actually many of our place names come from Gaelic too. If you are in Oban and Tauben, that means the little bay. And everybody will know it as having a bay with lots of Camelback ferries going in and out. It's a really great way to learn a wee bit of Gaelic. You might have seen it also perhaps in signs where you are, maybe on when you're going into your village or your town. You might have seen it at train stations, or you might even have heard it with hill names, or Ben Nevis, if you've heard that. Bain Nevis, it comes from Gaelic. All these places have some Gaelic in it, but there might even be a better one. You might be lucky enough that your own name comes from Gaelic. So if you have a Scottish name that is like Donald or Mary or Angus or Ailey, then that is a Gaelic name. And if you have a surname that starts with a Mac, a McDougall or Mackenzie or McPherson, any of these ones, it's Gaelic. Or if it's like Campbell or Stewart or Morrison, any of these traditional names, they're all Gaelic. Do not worry if maybe you're like me. I'm called Joy and my second name is Dunlop, and it's not very Gaelic, but that doesn't matter. We can still speak Gaelic. But actually, whilst we're talking about names, how about we find out each other's names in Gaelic? Because the best thing about speaking a language is being able to talk to people. And the easiest way that you ask someone what their name is just co-usa. Who are you? Co-usa. Do you want to give that one a wee try? Co-usa. Excellent. Let's try it one more time. Co-usa. And if somebody asks you co-usa, the easiest reply is just is Misha and then your name. So if you said to me co-usa, I would say is Misha Joy. My name is Joy. Maybe what you could do is find somebody, the person sitting next to you, somebody across your table, a wee friend in your class, and ask them co-usa and see if they can reply with is Misha and then their name. And then maybe they could ask you, co-usa, and you could say, is Misha, and then your name. Give it a wee go. Let's give a practice. Co-usa, the question, is Misha, the answer. Co-usa, is Misha. Who are you? My name is Seachdain. Well done. And remember, yesterday we also learned a couple of phrases. We learned feskerma for good afternoon, feskerma. And we also learned falcha when we were watching our videos. Falcha, feskerma, agus falcha. Now, you might remember that I said my favourite thing about speaking Gaelic is I've just got so many friends who also speak Gaelic, and I wanted to introduce some more of them to you. Today's new friends are pupils from Bun-sgoiltean Gàidhlig, or Mount Cameron Primary School in Bishop Briggs, which is a town near Glasgow. And similar to our friends yesterday in West Primary School, in this school, they also do all their learning in Gaelic. This is a big school, so we're only meeting some of the pupils, but do listen out because they're going to say falcha as they welcome you to your school. And also they're going to introduce themselves with that phrase we just learned a minute ago, is Misha.
Falcha Bun-sgoiltean.
Is me se bria agus ha mi bliana díocha dúis.
Is me se abhaidh agus ha mi bliana díocha dúis.
Is me se Logan agus ha mi nu bliana dúis. Is me se Maddie agus ha mi Jake bliana dúis. Is me se Isabella agus ha mi nu bliana dúis. Is me se Adam agus ha mi nu bliana dúis. Is me se Amelia agus ha mi 8 bliana dúis. Is me se Innes agus ha mi 8 bliana dúis.
Is me se Marsley agus ha mi 7 bliana dúis.
Is me se Callum agus ha mi 7 bliana dúis. Is me se Mila agus ha mi 4 bliana agus.
Is me se Floriana agus ha mi 5 bliana dúis.
Is me se Sophia agus ha mi 5 bliana dúis. Is me se Calling agus ha mi 5 bliana dúis.
Oh, didn't they do well? How lovely to meet our new friends. Perhaps we'll see them again during this week. You might also have noticed that they said fáilte at the beginning, tíùiriche at the end, and after they said Ismisha and their names, they also told us their ages, which is a good clue for what new words we might be learning tomorrow. Now, throughout the week, we're learning a Gaelic song, and this is my favourite way to learn Gaelic because it's easy, it's fun, you don't need to be able to sing, you don't need to know any Gaelic. All you need to do is just give it a go. And yesterday, we learned the chorus of FtMB. You might remember me saying that this is a type of song called P4-7 or mouth music. It literally means tunes for your mouth. It was sung for dancing and it should get those toes tapping, which is good when it is wet and cold outside. So let's see if we can remember what we learned yesterday. Yesterday, we learned the chorus of FtMB. Do you not remember? We had 4 lines. The first 3 were exactly the same. They just jumped up and down with how high or how low we're singing. And then the last line, I had said yesterday, it's kind of like you're on a trampoline whilst you're singing. Do you remember that? The first line, maybe we'll do it line by line once through, just to make sure we've got it in our heads. I'll sing it and I'll get you guys to sing it back to me. So the first line went like this. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. Let's go. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. There it goes. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, sound of Vismagach. There we go. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, magach sound. Last line. FtMB, magach sound. Easy as that. Let's do it together. After 4. Hey, yeah, 3, kid. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, na sound of Vismagach. FtMB, magach sound. Oh, since you paid, I do love the bit. It's kind of like being on a trampoline and singing in the Gaelic. That was good. Really, really good. I think it was so good that we don't need to do that again. We just need to go straight into learning the first verse. Now, in this verse, we have the author and his friend, and they're going over to the bagpiper's house to do a wee dance. So let's see if we can learn the word. This one, we have 3. Yep, 3 lines that are exactly the same. So we're going to learn them in 2 halves and then put them together. So the first bit goes like this. I'll say the words, you say them after me. FtMB sheena. FtMB sheena. Good. Should we try that one again? I'll go, then you guys go. FtMB sheena. FtMB sheena. Nice. That's the first bit of the line. Second bit. No good taya feeper. No good taya feeper. And again, me, then you. No good taya feeper. No good taya feeper. And that's it. We'll do it one more time. I'll do the first bit, you do the first bit. I'll do the second bit, you do the second bit. It goes like this. FtMB sheena. FtMB sheena. No good taya feeper. No good taya feeper. And then it just repeats 3 times. I think what we'll do is we'll actually sing that straight away. I'll sing a bit, you sing a bit. I'll sing a bit, you sing a bit. So we can see the pattern. The music goes high, then it goes low, and then it goes high for the 3 lines. So it goes like this. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Do you want to try that? Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Well, that was so good. Do it one more time. Nice up and high. Ready? Hun, yeah. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Excellent. And then we're going to go really low, but we're going to sing the same words. It goes like this. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Give that a wee go. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Lovely. So high and then low, like this. I'll go first, then you guys do it. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Ready to give that a go? Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Glíomh. Third line, exactly the same as the first. So let's see if we can do line hun ga 3. 1, 2, 3, all after the other. Hun ga 3, kid. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. My querida, well done. Fourth line is trickier words-wise, but our favourite tune is back. The bit that sounds like you are on a Gaelic trampoline. That is back, but we just have to put new words this time with it. So it goes like this. Sneeshing is the first bit. Sneeshing. Do you want to try that? Sneeshing. And then bùthan-obrach. You have to just spit that bit out. Bùthan-obrach. Do you want to give that a go? Bùthan-obrach. So you have sneeshing bùthan-obrach. Do you want to try that? Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. And I actually think it's easier to sing. So let's see if we can sing it like this. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. Do you want to give that a wee go again? Ready? Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. And one more time. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. And the last bit just goes làitheil eadar. Try that. Làitheil eadar. Again, làitheil eadar. One more time. Làitheil eadar. And that's really easy to sing because after we've done Sneeshing bùthan-obrach, it goes làitheil eadar. Làitheil eadar. Try that. Làitheil eadar. One more time. Làitheil eadar. My querida. Let's put those 2 bits together. So it goes like this. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. Làitheil eadar. Go. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach. Làitheil eadar. And that is it. It's not easy, but I can tell you guys are going to be great. So let's see if we can do that whole verse again. We've got 3 times through. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Then low, hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. And then high, hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Then like we're on a trampoline. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach, làitheil eadar. That's it. But we'll do it slower. So let's give it a wee go. You ready? Hitch. Hun ga 3, kid. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach, làitheil eadar. Chorus. FtMB mheadhan a sound of ismagachas. FtMB mheadhan a sound of ismagachas. FtMB mheadhan a sound of ismagachas. FtMB mheadhan. Verse 1 one more time. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Hitch me in a sheena, no good taya feeper. Sneeshing bùthan-obrach, làitheil eadar. Chorus. FtMB Farampi me na sound of ismagachas. Farampi me na sound of ismagachas. Farampi me na sound of ismagachas. Farampi me magachas sound. Magarira, well done everybody. And if anybody wants to do any extra special swatting on that, a link is going to appear in the chat, and that will tell you where you can find a video that you can watch that'll help you practice the song. Oh, I hope you're not feeling too tired after all that singing, because I've got a special subject to discuss with you today. And every day this week, we're going to be looking at something in particular that tells us a wee bit more about Gaelic and the people who speak it. And today, we're going to look at culture or culture. And there are so many things that you can talk about regarding culture. You could talk about language or food, music, art, traditions, customs, but I want to talk about something really special: how tartan is made. And I'm sure that you've all seen tartan before. Tartan is a patterned cloth that's made with wool, and for centuries has been used to make a bit of clothing that you'll have all seen. Now, if you're really quick, I'm going to keep an eye on the chat here. If you're really quick, see if you can put in the chat, what type of clothing is normally made in tartan? You use tartan. Oh, quick, I'm seeing all these people, quick, with their fast fingers getting in there. You are all correct. There's millions of you coming in. Kilt is what everyone's saying. And one person said picnic rugs, and they are not wrong. Kilt, though, is definitely the most common piece of clothing. Yes, you can get hats, you can scarves, you can get gloves, you can get everything now, but tartan was used to make a kilt. And historically, each family, they could be called a clan, or even each area had their own pattern and their own tartan, one that was special to them and them only. You might even have one for your school in particular. Somebody said pajamas. I definitely have tartan pajamas, so you are not wrong there. Now, to make these tartan, what you'd have to do first is get your wool. That would come from a sheep, and then you'd have to card it or comb it to make sure it's nice and smooth. And once you had that wool, you could dye it different colours, which will help make the pattern. I'm sure you've seen in a kilt, you can have sometimes red and green and yellow and blue and white and purple, all these different colours. And actually, originally you would have used things like moss and flowers and lichen and plants to make that dye. And then once you had that dyed bits of wool, you'd have to make it into a thread, really, that you could use for making your tartan. And you would do that by putting it in a spinning wheel. Now, I wonder if any of you have ever seen a spinning wheel before. Anybody that's ever seen or even watched Sleeping Beauty, you'll remember that there was a spinning wheel in that, and it had a spindle, and she pricked her finger on the spindle and fell asleep for many, many years. Thankfully, when we were doing our spinning, we didn't have that happen to us. But often, whilst you were doing this work, you might sing a song that will keep it nice and regular, make it a wee bit easier. You'd have a foot wheel that would work the spinning wheel, and that would help you keep time. So with your foot, you would be moving. You might be singing something like Apuchail, Apuchail, Apuchaili, Apuchail, Apuchail, Apuchaili. Nice and simple. But some of you might be thinking, I don't know what she's meaning. I've never seen that happen before. So we've got a wee video here to show you of somebody doing a bit of spinning. Now, once you had all your threads ready to go, as you saw, they were coming nice and thin, nice and fine, you would head over to something called a loom, or a beirt in Gaelic. And this loom was a machine that helped you to weave it all together and make your patterns. It's kind of like riding a bike. You would pedal with your feet, and then on the top there would be sometimes hundreds of needles that would all move at the same time. They'd feed in their threads and they would weave you your pattern. Now, nowadays, that's one of these things that's often done by machine. But actually, there's still many islands, in particular the Isle of Lewis and the Isle of Harris, where they still have something called bithn or weavers. And these are people who do that weaving themselves, quite often in a shed, with their own loom. And we've got a wee video here to show you exactly how that works. And you can see a heart and that big roll of material. That is your tweed or your tartan. But it's not finished yet. You still need to do something very special with it, something that's called walking. Now, this isn't the walking like that you do with your legs. It's spelled W-A-U-L-K-I-N-G, and you use your arms for this. This is a process where you would shrink the cloth, your tartan, your tweed, and you would pull and you'd push it, and you'd pull and you'd push it across a table. It was very difficult, very laborious work. I think I'd really have tired arms if I was doing that every single day. And often, whilst you were pulling and pushing it and pulling and pushing it, you'd be telling stories through song, because there were lots of different parts to this process. It was a long process. At some point, you had to dunk it in ammonia, or often urine. After that, you would have to just try and twist it all to get rid of all the extra water. You'd have to soap it to make it nice and clean and smooth. And then you would push and pull it and push and pull it. And that would shrink the threads down. And it meant that any holes you have would disappear. And then you'd have to clean it again with the soap and wash it once more. And at the end, once you packed it all up, it would have shrunk and become a beautiful piece of tartan or tweed. And we've got a wee video here just to show you how that works. Have a listen to the songs that are being sung. Quite often, hopefully you'll notice there'll be one person singing the verses, they're telling the story, and everybody's then coming in to help on the choruses. Sometimes when the tartan or the tweed would be quite heavy, it would be a slower song, and then when it gets a bit faster, particularly when they start to pat it, it speeds up.
Lest your Lord is dark, anyway. And I would say that the leth-uair process has worked okay.
Yuck, didn't they do well? And it was 20% smaller at the end of it. Nach Mhair. I hope you find that interesting. And remember all those different steps that are needed next time that you see a bit of tartan. But unfortunately, we're going to have to carry on a tartan because I want to test how well you've been listening. So it's time for another wee quiz. Cue the music. So we've got a quiz coming up, and similar to yesterday, there will be 5 questions for that quiz with multiple choice answers. And we're going to keep it nice and simple. I'm going to read out the question. You'll have 3 choices, and then get your teachers to get an answer from the class and quickly put it in the chat. You'll see a poll appearing. Click on the correct one in that poll, but you only have 10 seconds for each one. So you have to be really, really quick. So let's get going. Question 1. How do you say my name is in Gaelic? Do you say Fáilte? Do you say Ismisha? Or do you say Chieri? Fáilte, Ismisha, or Chieri? Getting very, very quick fingers now and see if you can work out what your answer is going to be. Shoot it. 'Harston. We have to be so fast. My finger's on fire. I guess what great answers. 98% it's telling me at the moment were Kjerst. You do say Ismisha for my name is. So I would say Ismisha Joy. Question 2. Where was Sheena and the author in the song visiting in verse 1, the new verse that we did today? Were they heading to the beach? Were they heading to school? Or were they heading to the piper's house? The beach, to school, or the piper's house? Sure, Dev, go for it. Ten seconds have gone quickly, but most people are correct. They were indeed going to the piper's house. And linked to the song, Puirstebíal is what? What did we describe Puirstebíal as? Was it A, feet music, B, mouth music, or C, hands music? Go for it. And you might remember, FtMB is a type of Puirstebíal. It's music for dancing, and we called that mouth music. So we didn't have any instruments, we just used our mouth. Question 4. In the tweed making process, what was used to turn the wheel? Was it A, a spinning wheel, B, a loom, or C, a carding brush? Shuativ. Oh, that was a trickier one. You do use all of those things as part of the process, but the bit that turns the wheel was indeed a spinning wheel. And I think over 80% of you got that right. Smart, ain't you? Mhair, last question. Mount Cameron Primary School is where? Bishop Briggs, Stirling, or Stornoway? Sure, Tev, go for it. Now, were we correct? Most people were, but we have got the right answer. It is indeed in Bishop Briggs, sma a reinshiv. Now we're very, very nearly finished. We hope you've enjoyed it today. You'll also see a wee word cloud appearing. Go into the chat, type in a couple of words to describe how you enjoyed today's session or what you thought of it. And whilst you're doing that, I'm also just going to flag up a resource. If you enjoyed hearing about the tartan, why not design one of your own? There will be a template for that also appearing in the chat. Your teacher will have that. And we'd love to see what designs you could come up with. It can be any pattern in any colour. It's totally up to you. And it'd be great if you could share these with us on social media using our tag, which is SN and then Gaelic in Gaelic, Gaidhlig. So if your school has an account, why don't use that? Let us know what you've been up to. And I do hope that we're going to see you again tomorrow. We'll have more special guests. We're going to do music. We're going to do activities. And it'll be lovely to have you with us. For right now, however, a Ghearran, Martian live and draasta. See you later.